So in the fifth grade, sorry, these hills are fucking killing me. These hills are killing my ass. I'm trying to be the Negro Carrie Bradshaw, and I don't think I could do it yet. I'm thinking positively. But right now, these hills are going to be the death of me. In the fifth grade, I won an essay contest for, drugs are bad. And I'm not sure if they gave me $10 or $20, or maybe they didn't give me any money at all, but I don't know. I had a dream last night that I asked someone for $50 and they gave it to me. So whoever wants to make my dream come true, just, DM me and I'll give you my Cash App. I won an essay contest for being against drugs. I'm here back 11 years later to kind of rebuttal my statement, or, to take back my statement. I'm here to debate my younger self. And she's probably looking at me like, wow, Jataya, you really look good with no hair. And I'm like, thank you, young Jataya. You look good in that ugly ass uniform that school gave you. Drugs aren't bad. Drugs, they have a negative connotation to them because they're, some people get a little bit out of order with drugs. And see, the thing is, it's okay to do drugs. Like, I used to be very, very, very against cocaine, but then cocaine saved my life one night. So let me tell you a story. I got invited to one of those prissy rich white people parties, and I decided to show up and get extremely drunk. And I was like, oh, how the hell am I going to walk back to my car after this? Because my car was parked all the way over in Chinatown, and I was all the way on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. I'm like, how am I going to get to my car? I don't want to pass out and wake up in the hospital again. One of the girls, she was a bitch. Actually, everybody in there was a bitch. So bitch number one told me that I could stay the night because apparently she thought I was really cool and thought it would be good for me to spend the night. But I see and hear her and her roommate, bitch number two, arguing about me in the corner. And I'm like, they're asking me to leave. But before they ask me to leave, bitch number one starts handing out, spoonfuls of cocaine. And she's like, you want some? And I'm like, no, thank you. And she's like, it's okay. And I love how she did not peer pressure me into doing it. Unlike you boys, when you peer pressure girls into having sex with you. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Last time I tried cocaine, it did make my head hurt, but that's probably because I did it with a whacked out coke dealer. What if I tried it again? So I decided to sniff it, and I sat on the couch for a while, and then I started to wake up and I started to feel normal again. I didn't feel jittery or anything like that. I just felt like I never drunk in the first place. So I see the girls arguing about me in the corner, and I'm like, all right, this is my cue to leave. So bitch number two comes up to me. She's like, you're leaving, right? And I'm like, yes, because I don't want to start a fight. So I told her, yes, I'll leave. And so I left, and I was able to walk home. And I wouldn't be able to walk home if I didn't do cocaine. And see, I have no desire to do cocaine ever again. But, if I'm feeling really drunk and I have a long ways to go and someone pulls it out, I might have some so I'd be able to walk home without passing out on the street and waking up in the hospital. Because I've actually done that before. I had 3 silencios, and let me tell you, it made me go silencio for the rest of the night. But yeah, cocaine is cool, guys. Just don't overdo it. See, the problem with you guys doing drugs is that you guys use drugs to escape from something because you guys aren't fully healed yet, which is fine. No one's judging you for that, but do not depend on drugs to keep you afloat or to keep you happy. The only time you need to be doing drugs to keep you afloat is if you're at work and you work at a fast food restaurant and someone's arguing with you over some plastic, because that's what you're eating when you go to fast food restaurants. You're eating plastic. And honestly, if we're not allowed to do drugs and if drugs are bad for you, then I guess we shouldn't be doing anything at all, which means drinking. And don't say red wine, because honestly, if you drink red wine, there's a possible chance you have borderline personality disorder. And honestly, people who drink red wine, they don't do it because it helps your heart. You don't have a heart, so don't even play me, bitch, because you don't have a heart. you're doing it because you're depressed and you don't like your lives. And just say that. It's okay. I used to be like that too, but I'm not anymore. And now I do it occasionally. And also, if we're not doing hardcore drugs, then I guess we're not smoking weed, because weed could be just as addictive as anything else. And I guess we're not smoking cigarettes either. So I guess we're not doing anything or ingesting anything at all. Oh wait, that's unhealthy too. It's actually an eating disorder. And speaking of eating disorder, being addicted to drugs is basically an eating disorder times 10. That's pretty much what it is. It's just like a strong eating disorder, because you can't overcome it. People always tell you you can't overcome an eating disorder, or you can't overcome a drug addiction, and you really can. It's about knowing what your limits are, knowing what your priorities are, and basically taking care of yourself. I was out the other night and I was like, if I have more than 2 drinks, I'm going to pass out. And so I, had a Hennessy and Sprite and a Shirley Temple, and then I had some water, went outside to smoke real quick, waited till I was okay to get some more drinks. And I was like, I'm not doing any more hard liquors. I'm gonna go for beer instead. And I used to be one of those people who smoked weed every day. I had to smoke weed to get up out of bed. That's how depressed and how much I wanted to escape life. But when I smoked, I felt like I was more smarter, more productive, and I could think more. And I could solve my problems by smoking because I could think more clearly. But after not smoking for a while, I finally figured out ways to fix my own problems and to stay happy and to find other things to do other than smoke and get high all day. And honestly, the last time I used drugs to escape something was when my family decided to come from Texas all the way to New York to visit me after I slick told them that I never wanted to see them again. Like, my mom emailed me and she's like, hey, we're in New York. And I was like, bitch, why? Why the fuck are you in New York? You said you wanted to be happy, so I left. You said this, I want to be happy, and you're getting in the way of that. So when I leave, you gonna chase me? Does it take me leaving for you to want me again? Because that's what it seems like. It seems like everybody wants to chase after something. And honestly, I can relate, but I'm not about that life anymore. Also, you giving me a measly $300 for my birthday is not a get out of hell free card. And I don't know why you visited me and why you were taking so many pictures. I don't know if you were posting that to make sure you didn't look like a shitty mother, or maybe you wanted to post that for your homeless ministry page. You know how you own a homeless ministry and you take care of other homeless people besides your own daughter? Like, honestly, can someone explain to me how someone who owns a homeless ministry can leave their daughter to die? Because that's what she did. She left me for dead. And you know what? Kudos to you. But don't bring your friend again. If you're going to come back, don't bring your friend. Because her saying, oh, I've seen your YouTube videos, you're glowing. Honey, I'm glad you saw my YouTube videos, because I make my YouTube videos just for people like you. People who need to love themselves and have trouble doing that. And if you don't like my videos, you see this? You see this down here? You can eat that. You can eat that. And honestly, you should, because to be honest, I literally just shaved 3 days ago. I had to shave it because Chernobyl was about to be forming dreadlocks. She had to be shaved. So you know what I did? I went to this luxury gym. I seduced this hot Russian dude who worked there, asked to use the restroom, and I took an hour-long shower, shaved in the sink because fuck you. I took a nap in the steam room with my coochie nana hanging out. I stared in the mirror for an extremely long amount of time. And I also decided to leave my red hair dye all over their white towels to let them know the equalizer was here. By the time I was finished, the gym was way closed. I got another one of the dudes to work there to take me out to dinner, brought me a whole fuck ton of drinks. He brought me a vape too, and then he sent me off with some weed to go home with. So it was a pretty nice time, and all I needed to do was shave Chernobyl. But yeah, if you want to eat it, it's shaved. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about how drugs are actually cool. Yeah, drugs are cool. I don't think I'll do crack. I don't think I'm going to do crack though. I might do other things just to experiment and see how life is because I'm an explorer. I want to explore how life is. I want to see what these police officers are talking about when they come in and they talk about drugs in our classroom. Instead of being like, oh no, drugs are bad. I don't like them. You're crazy if you like drugs. And I'm like, you're crazy if you don't like drugs. Because honestly, you're not any healthier than me. And the reason why I can do drugs and not be addicted to them is because I can control myself. And that's what you guys are missing. You guys want to have it again and again and again. And honestly, kudos to you. But if you want to try out drugs and do drugs and just do it occasionally, you don't have to do them every damn day. Do it every once in a while and have fun while you do it and don't get addicted. And you guys who take those pills that you see on the commercials, you guys are no better than us. You know how people tell you, if you do drugs, this is what you're gonna look like, and this and this and this is gonna happen to you. But when you watch the commercials with the pills you take, you know the antidepressants, the the Viagra things, the penis enlargement or the penis razors. I don't know what they're called, but you know the pills that you take on TV if you have tuberculosis or something. They quickly state everything that happens to you if you take that. They list the side effects and you guys decide to take them anyways. Most of the time, the drugs aren't even going to work for you and they're just going to leave you with more pills to take and more drugs to buy. So you might as well buy some drugs that are actually, like everything people say out of the drug, you're going to get out of. Now, if you take one of those pills you see on TV, you might just end up with a missing shoulder. But if you take, cocaine, you might be able to walk home for the night. Instead of walking around town sloppily drunk and stuff, you could just walk home and not have a problem with it. Also, this could go for alcohol too. I was really cold one night and I thought I was going to die, but I had a sip of Riesling and I was warm again. And I was warm for the rest of the night. And I didn't need a jacket or a coat or anything like that. I just had a sip or two of Riesling and I was hotter than I already am. But anyways, drugs are cool. Coke is cool. Or should I say snow because it's YouTube? Actually, no, I'm going to say Coke because that's what it is. And fuck you. So, have a nice day. I'm not saying being a drug addict is okay. All I'm saying is that stop trying to demonize drugs all the time because there are some people who are healed and some people just take drugs just to take drugs. And also, drugs could save your life. Now, if you have an addictive personality, I suggest you stay away from anything that could be highly addictive. But if you're saying you don't like drugs because they're addictive, you might as well cut out sugar. You might as well cut out sex. You might as well cut out alcohol. You might as well cut out everything. Don't just cut out drugs because you've heard it on TV and watched all those Dare commercials and shit and all those PSA announcements that are telling you drugs will ruin your life, which can be true. But, I had a Nigerian man ruin my life and all I was trying to do was work at Chick-fil-A. And now I'm a tree hugger. So it really doesn't matter what's going to ruin your life. It's just what you decide to choose that's going to ruin your life. You can let drugs ruin your life. You can let a man ruin your life. You can let food ruin your life. It just depends on what poison you want to pick. But I know I could do drugs and handle it. But hey, it might be different for you. Plus, I don't want to be an 80-year-old lady regretting not doing drugs because some police officer who just shot a black dude 3 minutes earlier told me not to do it.